Right now, we are with the current tenants. We on the court because they didn't pay rent since June until now. So we have like the lawsuit with him and get him out. Yeah.
Right. Well, I hate to hear that. They wish they could pay rent. You know that. If they could make money, they could pay rent.
Yeah, that's correct.
But they're not earning enough to even pay you, much less pay their bills. So it's just a sad scenario. Depending on the rate of rent, I'm usually looking for a 15-year term so that we can retool the spot at least twice. There's a laundromat there, if that makes sense.
A laundromat. Okay, I got you. Right now, we are with the current tenants. We on the court because they didn't pay rent since June until now. So we have like the lawsuit with him and get him out. Yeah.
Right. Well, I hate to hear that. You know, at the end of the day, I run a few stores. I'm always looking for more locations. And, you know, they wish they could pay rent. You know that. If they could make money, they could pay rent.
Yeah, that's correct.
But they're not earning enough to even pay you, much less pay their bills. So it's just a sad scenario. How long have they been with you? How long have they been a tenant?
They've been tenant with us like 14 years.
Oh, wow. Wow. The same tenant.
The same tenant. He had a couple locations. He got a good successfully for financial. He not like had a struggle on his finance. But I find out he bought another building on Cherokee, and he tried to bring the laundromat open on his building. So that's why he doesn't pay the rent from us.
Oh,
See?
no.
And then they will move all the stuff over there.
Right.
But the lease is the end of his lease already expired on May.
Okay.
Then he didn't pay since that day. He didn't pay on June, July until now. But he didn't completely move now. Or didn't.
Well, that's too bad because if he comes in and pays the rent, then you would probably renew with him. And now at this point, you can't trust him to renew with him. So, look.
That's correct because we are a long-term relationship. Like
14 years.
Every 5 years. Yeah, every 5 years. So we have to renew with him. You know?
Listen, I appreciate it, Tony. I don't want to talk about what this guy did. What he was unable to do, etc. What I want to talk about is what we do. My partner and I are looking to sign a 15-year lease, and nobody expects to fall apart. But the way that we do it different is keeping up with that equipment and making sure that we don't end up in a spot where it's so old that it's no longer a profitable disposition for us. I don't want to have 450 massage tables in there or a bunch of gumball machines. You know, that stuff it's nice to have one or two, but you're not trying to earn a profit through that. We make our money through washers and dryers. I'm going to get rid of all that equipment, renew every bit of it, spend $300,000 or $400,000. And it sounds like you're ready to talk. What on a 15-year term, what can you do for me to reset this lease? What's your best rate?
Can you email me your information so I will be
of course
review it?
I'll send you photos of my stores, before and after pictures. You know, again, I have relationships with all of the distributors, good, bad, or indifferent. Some of them don't like me very much because I don't like to pay a lot of money for the equipment. You know, at the end of the day, frankly, the equipment is all the same, be it HIP, Speed Queen, ADC, Dexter, Wascomat. They hate when I say that, but they're not going to trade shows and talking about the next greatest thing they've ever done. It's all the same equipment. It's just a matter of how much they can get out of me. So I will happily email you that. But again, I need to know if this is even a viable location for us for the next 15 years. So what would be your asking rate? Do you know?
Right now we're asking at the current market we asking like 17
Oh, goodness.
per square foot. Mm-hmm. What are you looking for?
I don't blame you.
I'm going to bring you up for permit revocation, Ori. You're charging way too much to be serving crap like that in here.
Mm-hmm.
For asking for market rates, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. What does the market have to do with a laundry with fresh equipment where my debt service is $6,000-7,000 a month? Nothing. What does the market have to do with me versus a restaurant, right?
Don't be trapped by old concepts.
At the end of the day, I am not going to be paying market because I do have the debt service on the equipment. And you've got choices. You can say, well, I want market rate, so I'm going to completely obliterate the laundromat and get rid of all of the drain troughs and essentially turn this into a vanilla shell. We are retooling the store every 7 years, so that debt service doesn't go away. It's not my goal to get past the debt service and then make a ton of money. I understand that without debt service, without new equipment, we fail, the way that your current tenant did. So we're close. I mean, I can't write this for $17 a square foot. Is that a gross rate or is that all in? Is that gross or triple net?
That is the roads that they are like they deal with me with the current right now. They take care of all the maintenance and now.
Well, hold on. You're telling me what your current laundromat tenant does.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to. I like your style. Okay. I love that I can talk to you direct. They're not doing that. They're not paying anything. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's why we say like that's why I say like, I have to review your file first, and then we can sit down.
Right. With their current situation, and you know this, with their current situation, they've got 20-year-old equipment. They're no longer earning enough profit to even pay the rent. And I'm happy to take care of, when you say maintenance, well, you're talking about my equipment maintenance, or you're talking about building maintenance?
The building maintenance, like for example,
building
like
maintenance,
inside whatever inside,
sure,
inside.
So you don't charge.
Do like
now you take care of the roof.
Yeah, I do take care of the roof, and the rest is the tenant do like maintenance.
I understand.
Outside.
That doesn't scare me, but I can't do that at $17. I can't be paying you $17 a square foot, plus all of my own triple nets and maintenance. You have other space listed for 50 cents a square foot, do you not?
Yeah, that I do.
Okay. What's the difference between those spaces and the laundry? They're topped out, right? They've come to the end of their lease. I can't take... I need to be treated like a new tenant, like I call it a reset, right?
Yeah, that's why I say like we are different. That's why we send you the information and we can start. Yeah. We don't get the current tenant right now.
Very, very different. Look, if I can write this at 50 cents a square foot to begin with reasonable 2.5%, 3%, I might as well say 3%. We're good to go. And if that's still on the table, I don't mind writing you a letter of intent, putting it all in writing, but I want to make sure that none of us are crazy.
You just said, you just intend me the letters, like you say, and then I will review it, and I talk to my dad.
I love it.
So if he approves, we just go all together.
Of course. Do it together. Tony, you're amazing. I appreciate you. And this is the beginning of what will be a lengthy relationship. And I'll usually come back with you after 10 years and say, hey, let's bang out another 10 years here and do a couple more 5-year options, because I don't want to lose a profitable business. But these laundromats don't make me rich. No, that's not the way that it works. You laugh. Laundromat operators aren't driving around in brand new Mercedes every year. But if you have enough stores, you can do well. Do you have money for tenant improvements? Can you throw any money at me in the beginning? Air conditioning units, etc. Should I even bother to ask?
Usually, like when we operate, when you start a newly, we just put the new IC in there.
Good.
But if
Good.
For your maintenance, is you have it like
Because
in
good.
the
It's
part of
good.
maintenance.
I don't want to write that in the letter of intent and then be ignored. I want to talk to you about it. And new air conditioning is really important because, look, it's like a restaurant, right? If you're in the front and you're serving customers, it's nice and cool. You go in the back where the kitchen is, everybody's dying, right? Everybody's got to have a headband on and the back door's open. In this case, it's a laundromat. So the job of air conditioning is to not only cool the air, but remove the moisture, right? I don't know if you've been in the laundry recently, but the roof is leaking. It looks like they haven't really come to you as the landlord and complained about any of this in a while because they typically aren't paying the rent. So I can see that from a mile away. All right, last question before Go ahead.
Yeah, just go ahead. About the roof, we already sent couple guy, like Mexican guy, come to fix the roof for them for March. And after we fixed that, because it's leaking inside, like the ceiling. You see the ceiling still like the
ceiling tile, yeah.
We didn't change inside yet. And finally, like they ended up and they didn't pay rent, so that's why we do not come back to change it, until they pay.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. If the laundromat goes away and you vanilla the space, I own commercial space myself, right? And they're not paying the rent. It's not that they don't deserve to have a proper roof, but maybe you're going to get rid of the laundry later and it wouldn't make sense to fix it rather than replace it. I get it. Trust me. I get it. Last question was, I'm looking for a 15-year term. I'll go to 20, but I need abatement. I need free rent up front. I'm normally on a 15-year term. I don't want to put 12 months of free rent in here and have you have a heart attack. I want you to understand we need the rent abatement.
I do understand.
Right. We need the abatement so that we can get the equipment in there, not so we can start making money. We need to pull the customers back because they've found other laundries. They're not coming in here. They don't need to come in here. They have a choice. They're treating these folks like prisoners, but it's not a prison laundromat. They have a choice and they've left. So getting people back is going to be very difficult. And all I'm asking is your help on that. You'll see that 12 months abatement ask on the LOI. What's your email address? What's the best email? I'll send it right out to you. I got it the first time through. Excellent. And what is your, the number I'm calling is my cell phone. What is your cell phone number? Again, I got it the first time through. And I'll make sure that my cell is in the email as well. I think this could be the beginning of something lovely. I appreciate you very much. And give me about 24 hours to put the LOI together. But I'm going to send you some pictures of my stores right now. And say hi to Dad. And I appreciate you, Tony. Take care.
Thank you.
Right,
thank
ciao.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for reaching out. Bye-bye.
Where is she? At Starbucks?
I don't know. I was like, it's real noisy in the background there.
The last thing I heard was Ashley N. It sounded like somebody was trying to deliver their half mocha latte with a fucking twist.
Yeah. Ashley's pumpkin pecan crunch latte is ready.
Oh, good God. All right. There's a lot to unpack. First, I was saying write down every word. I was yelling at you harshly, but that doesn't mean what I say because she said some things that are really important, right? And one of those was the little things, right? I think it's funny. Just every time we get in a heated talk, sometimes I'm not in front of my computer. I'm not always YouTubing. I'm just envision that I'm never in front of the computer. So I hope that you will be able to take the long form notes for us. And she said some things that were telling, like $17 a square foot. And it's important that you jumped in here on the notes. It's a great tool for us and said, hey, they currently pay 50 cents a square foot per the business listings. So she's got other, and I appreciate that. That's great. You're getting in front of me and telling me what I should or shouldn't be saying. I appreciate that. History of this, she comes right out and says, they haven't paid. They stopped paying.
Yep.
Trust me, let me ask. Why did they stop paying the lease? Why did they stop paying rent?
They're not making any money. Free dry.
There you go. It's not because their lease was up. Trust me on that. If you're making $30,000 a month, and you believe the internet with all the folks that are, well, you don't just stop paying the rent because your lease is coming due. You pay the rent. Not only that, you march into the realtor or the landlord's office in this case, and you say, I need a new lease. You sign a new lease, you continue to make money. But instead, they take off the table, they continue to take, they don't reinvest, and here we go. I will not just be rushed off the phone and say, let me send you an LOI. A lot of newbies make that mistake. No, I don't want her to have that heart attack, like I said. And I like her. She's great. She's doing dad's bidding. She's in the family business. And I said, well, what about taking care of do you have any money to spend? And she said, HVAC, boom. We normally have a Mexican guy come out to fix the roof. It was kind of funny, like the little things that she said. And bottom line, you go out, you may have guessed that, here we are on YouTube Live, but you go out and you scout a location that is an operating, running laundromat. And it's a decent size, a nice footprint. It's in a nice little strip mall that's owned by a nice family. See if I could say nice anymore. But as we run down the interior of the location, we see, okay, they paint the place baby blue. They've got far, far, far too many top-load washers. And the equipment that is appropriate and rightly sized is just old. It's just old. And they have profited. A store like this is millions in profit over years, and it changes hands. But she told us, no, it's been the same individual. Now, she might have very well said they sold it a year ago. Do we know whether or not this place has been for sale?
It is recently for sale. I knew whenever these people used to own another, I think she was trying to tell you that too, that they used to own one right down the street too. And then they came into this spot because this is a much better location. Right.
Well, don't tell me what she was trying to tell me. Just put it in the damn bullet point notes, because I could hear her saying exactly that. They had several, and luckily it's recorded, so we can go back and go through it line by line and pick apart what she did say. So they're done. Like, they've just basically said, well, our retirement is going to be either walking away, but no one walks away. The first thing they do is try to sell it, right? Let me put it online.
Yep.
Let me try to sell the businesses. And here I see that you say it was $78,000 and gross revenue $180,000, cash flow $70,000. None of that's true. It's just not. How could I possibly say that without going through the due diligence process? Well, if you do, and you have, and you've done what I've done far too many times, and also now dealing with my current clients and incoming clients, they say, yeah, we went through several deals. We looked at the deals. Now, you either don't know what this deal means through ignorance or otherwise, or you understand what a deal is supposed to look like, right? And when you see it, you go, wait a minute. Gross revenue, $180,000. Cash flow, $70,000. What is the term cash flow? What does that mean? You can tell me, or you can say you don't know.
Profit.
Don't look it up. No, not profit. The word profit means profit. What is cash flow?
I don't know.
Okay, let's learn. I buy a home. Forget about how much I put down or what the house is worth or any of that stuff, but I'm an investor, okay? So I buy the house, and my mortgage, yes, many, many landlords have a mortgage. Landlord doesn't mean that you're the lord of the land anymore. It doesn't mean that you own the place outright. I buy this house in a nice neighborhood because I only want to deal with nice tenants who have money, and my mortgage ends up being $4,000 a month. These are facts and figures, right? Forget about what my mortgage is, an expense, right? My mortgage is $4,000 a month. I'm hoping to lease it for $5,000 a month because the neighborhood will get that, all right? I do some upgrades. I put it on the market for $5,000, but I end up getting $4,500 a month on a 2-year lease for my investment property. Which part of that is cash flow?
500.
There you go. Easy cheesy Japanesey. $500 a month is my cash flow. Now that we've learned something, let's look at their listing for this laundromat for sale. $78,000, rent is X, gross revenue, $180,000. We know what that means. That means that it brings in $180,000. If they have gumball machines, that's part of the revenue. If they have wash, dry, fold, that's part of the revenue. But then they go off sideways and say, cash flow, $70K. What? Where's your cash flow? They're using the wrong term, right? Yeah, it's okay to be right. Period. That's not right. It's not cash flow. Back to the real estate, right? What is my net worth? Because I have another $4,000 a month mortgage payment. Well, my net worth goes up by the equity in that house, right? I said, doesn't matter what it's worth, how much it costs. We're just talking about cash flow as it relates to that investment property. Let's say it's a $5 million home, which ain't going to be no $5,000 a month mortgage. But let's say it's a $5 million home and I put 4 down. My equity just went through the roof, right? But if I happen to have $4 million liquid cash, trust me, I ain't putting it in a slow-ass moving investment like that. Point being, all of these little terms, ROI, cash flow, NROI, gross revenue, net, you almost never see one of those terms in these deals ever. These non-existent, stupid deals. Net income. Gee, I wonder why. Let's just call it cash flow. Somewhere here, there was a realtor who got involved and said, let's just say the cash flow is 70, right? So from my silly course, you know that 100, let's just call it 2. It's a 200,000 and we're saying it's real. It's grossing 200,000 a year. The laundry in leased space. How much could they possibly hope to net every year?
Oh gosh.
All right, let's say it's 100,000. Trying to help you out.
Okay.
How much?
Yeah. I'm like, depends on their equipment payments. They're probably not paying anything on the equipment.
What did my course teach you? What is a good rule of thumb for net versus gross?
35%, if I remember correctly.
I wouldn't bullshit you like that. It's 25%.
25, okay. It's been a minute since I saw it.
In rented space with appropriate equipment payments, okay, all in, 25% cash over cash. And guess what? That's really good.
Yeah, 50 grand a year.
No, I'm not talking about 50 grand a year. God, no. I wouldn't even have started doing this business if that's all that a store could make or would make, or a good store. God, no. No. You're talking about 50 grand versus a $200,000 gross store. I believe that the 180, is this store grossing 180 grand? No, it's just simply not. But if you came close enough to try to buy it and you spoke to the broker, I have these videos on my channel. I could call them up and have fun, but it's mental masturbation. It doesn't make any sense. It's pointless. Hi. Oh, I would like to buy this laundromat. I have a check in my hand right now. Your gross is 180. Your cash flow is 70. Okay, whatever. Can you show those deposits that you put that money in the bank for me, please? What will they say? Ha ha! No.
Of course not. Ha ha! Cash business.
Cash business.
We don't do that.
We don't put all the money in the bank. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. This isn't real. We would never do that. We're not fools. Okay, let's say they're telling the truth. I believe you. I believe that you don't put all of the money in the bank. I believe you. Show me your books. You'll get another ha ha ha. Very funny. We don't write anything down. You're a liar. Now you know they're lying. That is an utter lie. And you know how I prove that and how I have proven that in every way, shape, or form. Al Capone went to federal prison for life, not for prostitution, not for drugs or illegal alcohol, not for running booze, not for extortion or murder. It's because he wrote everything down in a book. And if he does, the hot dog stand guy does. And I know that every lemonade stand, and I love when people quote me, and every laundromat tour. Like every kid, if you had a lemonade stand, yeah, you're right, damn it, I did right. The first $5 you don't write down, but as soon as you make $12 or $15, you start, oh my God, I'm gonna start writing this down. This is amazing. It's all profit. Yeah, because it's mom's sugar, and the lemon tree is where the lemon comes from. Oy vey. Okay.
Absolutely.
This is the fourth letter of intent that I am sending, that folks of your ilk are sending out today. And so finally, I decided to smash the record button and get this thing out there. But it doesn't always have to be some knockdown, drag out fight or argument. It has to be an intelligent conversation with like-minded individuals who want a good business. And then there's going to be the part where she says, well, we want $17 a square foot. And Lindsay's out there saying, oh, hold on a second. I saw a flyer where they're doing 50 cents. Why are we different? Oh, she wants to charge us what they topped out at. 14 years later, no. We need a reset, and you'll get a reset.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.